Welcome back to Tech Rants. My name is Q, and today I'm going to be giving you my long-term review of the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Now, I've had this phone for almost a month, almost 9 months now. Got it back in January. You guys know this. This is the black model. This is running on AT&T, and I've used it for about 9 months as my daily driver. And we're going to talk about how has it held up over this period of time. Should you still buy it right now? You guys can check out the video I made on my Apple event, kind of giving you my thoughts and opinions. It's all over the place, but go ahead and check that out and see what you guys think about that. Before we get started, if you guys like the content, please consider joining the family by subscribing, sharing, tell your friends, all that good stuff. And if you guys really enjoy the content, please consider making a donation via Cash App. Cash App is $ the Tech Rants Show. That's $THECHRANTSSHOW. Donations are never required, but they are greatly appreciated. I will put the link in the description below. iPhone 14 Pro Max. All right, 14 Pro Max. This has been my daily driver. Here, let me move the camera a little bit. This has been my daily driver for, since January 20th of 2023. So let's start off. Let's talk about the design. Like I said, we talked about now, the 15 Pro and the Pro Max is going to have USB-C and it's going to have titanium and everything like that. Well, that's cool. Titanium finishes is great. This is stainless steel and glass on the front, glass on the back. Really love the way they really designed this. This is really nice. It feels pretty premium in the hands. It's got some weight to it, but it's not too big. I've actually, my biggest fear with buying this phone is that I was going to have some issues when I was working out. When I'm out, when I'm in the gym and things like that. But what I've actually done per se is when I'm at the gym and I have a fear of it falling out of my pocket, I would just, take it out of my pocket and set it right next to me, while I'm doing sit-ups or whatever I'm doing. But anyway, but this right here, this design has held up quite a bit, and it's actually fairly nice, surprisingly. And I'm not gonna say it's their best design because it's not. I mean, it's been the same design profile, since the iPhone 10. So it kind of kept its design, but you did get rid of the notch. I had the iPhone 13 before that. Get rid of the notch, which kind of has it has the dynamic island and things like that. Fairly nice right there. And yeah, fairly nice. Really like this phone. Now, one of the things I do want to say about this phone that is fairly surprising. Put this case back on it. This is space black, by the way. Um, it has just held up very well. Um, I haven't had. Sorry, one second. Haven't had any issues with this phone whatsoever. Now, one of the things that I like about it that it kind of surprises me. So if you turn the phone off, right now I got the phone on. So if you turn it off, kind of makes that noise, letting you know the phone is powered off. And then it's going to do it when I turn it back on. Give me a second. All right, so we're going to power it up. Very nice. Really like that. That's something new that you haven't seen in an iPhone, and I know most people are going to talk about that. But this is I mean, and they've probably been doing it with the Pro Max phones, but that's kind of a nice welcome addition. Now, one thing I've gotten accustomed to, and I really am liking, is Face ID. Face ID just works. You just boom, 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 boom. Face ID is terrific. All right. Um, no issues with Face ID. Do I miss Touch ID? It does. I kind of do miss Touch ID. Mainly like, well, it was kind of a pain, like when you were trying to think. like when COVID was very prevalent, which I mean COVID is still around, but anyway, like when you really had to wear masks and things like that, it was very very painful having to try to unlock my phone while I'm out in the stores and things like that when I was wearing a mask. But now since I'm not wearing a mask, I just pop it open, just boom, boom, good to go. So yeah, no issues there. Performance. The performance of this phone has held up pretty good. Apple A16 Bionic chip, 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs storage. I honestly do think they could have went with 8 gigs of RAM. The 6 gigs of RAM is fine. The problem with it is that sometimes it does stutter. Every now and again, you might see a little stutter, but for the most part, it flies through everything. It works like it should. Um, and it just flies. I mean, no issues whatsoever. It doesn't even. This phone does not overheat whatsoever. It just goes through and does everything just boom, 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 just like that. So no issues there. Battery life. Battery life. This phone will constantly get me through a day. Never had an issue where it did not get me through a day of heavy usage. Um, you know, and I've tested that. Over the summer, things like that. I can test that. I actually left and I got took it off the charger about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't I was gone until maybe about 8 o'clock at night, and it still lasted me, and I was using it quite heavily throughout the day. Had about 70% left when I got home, and it lasted me for a while. And I actually went on a one night trip, and I took it off the charger, and I left my charger at home. Left my charger at home. Didn't intend for that to happen, but I left my charger at home, and I came and I left, and my charger, it was at I was able to use it and preserve the battery for about a day until I got back home. Didn't have any major issues whatsoever. So the battery life on this phone has definitely held up. It's probably the best battery life in a phone that I've ever had. So definitely can attest to that. Um, Call quality, cellular performance. It has 5G, 5G plus. I have 5G plus in my area with AT&T. Call quality is terrific. I don't have any issues with signal reliability. AT&T, and and all, it all depends on what kind of carrier you have. And I will be making a follow-up video about AT&T. But I just have never had any major issues with AT&T. Never had any major issues with call quality. The cellular connection, all of that has been perfect. Wi-Fi, um, Wi-Fi, it works pretty good. I don't really have any issues, but I have 800 meg internet at my house, and I am running off of, ooh, I gotta do something about that. Sorry, I have 500. I have Wi-Fi 6, a Wi-Fi 6E capable network, but this does not have Wi-Fi 6E. It just has Wi-Fi 6, which is, I mean, hey, it's fine. A lot of devices don't have Wi-Fi 6E yet, but it would have been nice to see Wi-Fi 6E, but it is what it is. But I do pretty good. So overall, 2023, should you still buy the iPhone 14 Pro Max? I made a video in my Apple event reaction video. I talked about what I thought about it, and honestly, if you're thinking about buying the 15 or the 15 Plus, you should definitely go with the 14 Pro or 14 Pro Max. That is just my personal opinion. You're getting a better display because you're getting that Pro Motion. You're getting always on display. You're getting better battery life. You're getting the same type of cameras as you would on the 15 or 15 Plus. And you're just getting, in the same chip, same all that. So you're just, you might as well just pay, you know, if you're buying the 15 Plus, I'm pretty sure that about the same price or maybe a little bit more, maybe about $100 more, you can get the 14 Pro Max. Last year's phone, same chip, same camera. Yeah, you don't have USB-C, but that's not really a big deal right now because most people are still have Lightning ports. So this phone is going to be supported for years to come, and it is still a terrific phone. So I strongly recommend the iPhone 14 Pro Max, in my personal opinion. Okay, so 14 Pro Max held up really good. You know, never had a major issue. This is still my daily driver. It's going to continue to be my daily driver. I'm not going to say that I won't buy the 15 Pro Max or whatever, or 15 Pro, but the way things are looking right now, not going to happen. All right. So, if this is helpful, informative, or entertaining in any way, please leave a like on the video. Comment down below what you guys think about this. Questions, comments, concerns, definitely leave it down below. Subscribe to become part of the family if you haven't already. Share it, tell your friends, all that good stuff. And the Cash App information will be in the beginning of the video, and it will be down in the description box below. Okay? Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Please be safe. Please be blessed. Later.